Hey everyone, it's December 16th, and it's a little overcast today, and just a little over 60 degrees out. It was a lot nicer earlier. So today's part 2 of the oil pan, and yeah, I have to jack the engine up, and I got the engine hoist out there. So give me a moment, and we'll head right out there. So just a quick video, I forgot to put the handle on the shop crane, so I got to do that today. No big deal, but yeah, just wanted to remind myself that I sometimes forget things or get things wrong. Alright, just to get caught up on where I am on the truck and the oil pan. I got the oil pan off, but unfortunately I can't get it out until I raise the engine. And I also have the transmission shroud that's laying over there. Got that out. This the way I got this out, it was didn't want to come out too easy. I had to like spin it. I had to rotate it all the way like this and then pull it straight down. So that's good to remember for next time. So it looks like probably the smartest thing to do here is to take that starter off, get that out of the way. That should have been done before to get the oil pan bolts, but you can get around it. It's not really that difficult. So I'm going to take that starter out and start working from there. Alright, so as always, whenever you're working on a starter or pretty much anything on the truck, something I should have did a long time ago is disconnect the battery, so I'm going to go do that now. Alright, I got the ground off, and it looks like I'm also going to have to take the positive off so I can get this thick wire off, so that when I drop the starter, the wire will come with it. I think there's enough room here, but it's easy enough to disconnect. Might as well just disconnect it so it doesn't give me a problem. Alrighty, see how that works. Okay, I just have to take these 9/16 starter bolts out. Let's see if we can drop this starter now. Get this other 9/16 bolt and try and support it. Oh, there she is. Ooh. There's just enough room to get her out there. Alright, I'm back at the truck, and yeah, I gotta take this stupid K&N filter assembly and stuff off at some point, so I'm gonna do that now. Oh, it's on there. I think that's it. This should come right off. Blow out the hose before I go back into the intake. Oh, good one. I just dropped the washer. Some kind of rubber seal here. Alright, so I got my intake, or that K&N air filter, off, and there's a lot more room up here. So I've been looking at this for a while, trying to figure out how exactly I want to lift this engine up, and I've decided there's a really nice steel bracket. It's even got a hole here, so that's perfect for a lift point. And I'm going to go around the accessory bracket over here on this side, since all we have to do is lift this engine up. Yeah, it looks like that's a really good place to attach to and do that. So I got the exhaust. The exhaust is still hooked up. I started to loosen it up, and I took a look at it. I'm gonna try this without taking the exhaust off the manifold for obvious reasons. And yeah, I left the transmission lines on also because I have plenty of room here. It shouldn't cause a problem. Everything should be fine as far as I can tell. And those are the only extra things in the directions you're supposed to take off. Everything else is supposed to be okay. They recommend you're also supposed to take the distributor cap off, and I think I'm just going to try and keep a good eye on it. So I'm going to get down underneath here, and let's see if I can get the camera. It'll take me a moment. Alrighty, yeah, I'm going to come down under here and take this motor mount nut off. Get both of them off, and then I'll hook the hoist up to it, and then I'll run the bolts out the other side, and we'll see how that goes. So be right back. Alright, well, the engine mount is 11/16, and it looks like it's going to give me a hard time. I'll have to get the impact out. Hopefully the little impact gets it, because I don't think I can, I can't even really turn or get it. I can actually get some force, lifting the whole truck up. Yeah, it really doesn't want to come off. Oh, man. It's kind of good the oil pan's loose and a little bit out of the way. Alright, I gotta get the impact. I'll be right back. There we go. Get any leverage on it. Alright, we'll get the air impact. There we go. And I'm stuck right there against the pitman arm. Alright. Finally. Alright. This should work. Yep. So there you go. That's what your torque wrench is good for, a breaker bar. Alright, just for reference, the nut on the engine mount on this side is 11/16, and the bolt head on the other side is 5/8. So I finally got that backed, and hopefully I can get this nut off now. It's not on there tight, it just... So yeah, well, that's a good sign. At least the bolt is turning, so getting that motor mount bolt out shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, look at that, it'll slide right out. Alright, and fortunately, I already kinda, broke it loose. This one's on here, not too bad. So I'm going to finish taking that off and be right back. Alrighty, I got the one motor mount bolt out, and the other motor mount bolt is in there. I'm probably going to have to take some weight off the engine before that'll slide out. So I'm getting really close to hooking the hoist up, and let's see, the only thing I should really have to do yet is remove that distributor cap, and I think I'm going to hook it up and see if I can get it without it, keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't get crushed. I'll be going really slow. So that's where I'm at right now, and I'm going to hook up the hoist and be right back. Alrighty, so the last thing I need to do is take the shroud off, and these bolts are 3/8. There's one there, there's one missing there, one there, and then there's a couple on either side to hold the halves together. And I think that's it, that one there. So gonna take them off, be right back. So there's the radiator shroud off, and I'm ready to bring the hoist in, and I'm gonna hook it up. There's a nice little hole through the bracket there, and I'm just gonna run it underneath this other bracket, and hopefully that'll work out. Alrighty, I got everything set up. The hoist is hooked up. I don't have the best hardware for the chain, but it should do. And I'm ready to start jacking it up slowly. I'm just gonna hit it with a couple pumps, and then I'm gonna see if I can get that motor mount that's right under this side on the driver's side out. There's too much tension on it right now, so hopefully that works. If not, I'll get the impact under there and try to spin it out. So here goes. This is the first lift, so let's see what happens. Oh, there's some tension. Make sure, yeah, we're good. Alright, yeah, I just thought I'd point this out. I'm not exactly on level ground, and I'm not on concrete or anything, so I threw a couple cinder blocks. These are like patio pavers, or I'm sorry, these are like retaining wall blocks, and I threw a piece of wood in there to shim it out. So if this thing were to lean or tilt a little, it'll definitely be on this side since we're on a little bit of a slope. So that's there to catch it in case the weight transfers to that side. Alrighty, I got both motor mount bolts out this time, the through bolts. So she definitely should come up and out. So let's see what happens. I'm going to take it real slow. It's lifting the truck up so far. So far, so smooth. It does look like the engine is starting to come up now. Can't really tell. It might be... Nope, it's moving. It's coming. Yep. I saw that. So keep an eye on that distributor. Oh yeah, she took a good little tweak there, huh? Definitely coming up a little crooked, but as far as I can tell... There we go, look at that. And it looks like this is working pretty good so far. Alright. I'm going to hold it right there, and literally I can look at the mounts and see it's maybe It's only like a ½ inch off the mounts, but I'm going to crawl under and see how, see if I can get that oil pan off. Alrighty, I couldn't be happier about this. It looks like I have this engine lifted maybe, I don't know, a ½ inch off the motor mount. And look at this. There's the oil pan. Just gave it a little wiggle, dropped right out. So, yep, I'm pretty sure, yep, I'm able to get it all the way out. There it is. Woohoo! So, in all honesty, I learned a lot on this. I have the exhaust, I have the transmission hooked up, transmission lines rather. Basically, I just have the 2 motor mounts out, so, or the through bolts for it. So this is awesome. I'll be able to replace the oil pump right here. And it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of sludge on it, so the oil pump probably is bad. And I can crawl under here and take a look at the bottom end and everything. I'm really happy. This really isn't as bad a job as it seems. Yeah, you just need a little bit of room to get that out, and there you go. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for me today, and I'll get back with this later.